two things. First of all, this dizziness spells, like dizzy spells,
Yeah.
constantly throughout the day. But then I go in trance, I take them, I form like a ball or whatever and throw them in the portal, or transform the energy. But then this getting home, and it's either my daughter who is very sensitive gets nauseous or me.
Mm-hmm.
And then we looked at it before, and she saw those jets. She said military jets and helicopters that fly over our heads throughout the day.
Okay.
They're constantly spreading like little micro dust,
Right.
nanotechnology type thing, and
Mm-hmm.
little viruses that kind of supposed to make you sick. By making you sick, you lower your vibration.
Right.
And then when your vibration lowers, right, the entities can attack you and get into your energy sphere, or
Oh my
crack
God.
it or scratch it or whatever. You
Wow.
can be even scratched and feel it
Hmm.
by those. So I just want to look at those two things, because it's really, I mean, I've been at the beach physically, like people would say, oh, it's just because you've been outside for so long, but no, it's not the
Okay.
case. I look at you and you're all like glowing, like your aura,
Mm.
and it's white. I can't figure out the color. It's got some color to it, but it's changing from white to some other color. There's like a little pink
Mm-hmm.
strands to it,
Yeah.
and maybe a little berry color, and then it changes back and forth when I look at myself. Yeah, it's like, you know what it is? Those
Yeah.
boats, I see like a spider web type energetic thing coming from the boats that pass by the beach when we are in water.
Mm-hmm.
Because I've been in water for literally 5 hours straight because there are waves and kids didn't want to come out. And I like it goes like to my solar plexus in my stomach. Like I absorb the energy from people on the boats.
What is
It's the
happening with the people
weirdest
in the
thing.
boats?
Their conversations.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them were looking at us because they know beaches are closed, but we're at this beach. Some of them have negative kind of like, um,
Comments.
yeah, type thing. Because I see there's like I'm pulling from the water and it goes into the water. It's like a part of the matrix net.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter if it's water or land. I
Yeah.
mean, it's the same kind of matrix, like a
Mm-hmm.
spider web.
Yeah.
And I happened to be at this particular beach with those white rocks. It looks like some sort of portal. And now it's the funniest thing. Now I understand why it's been there forever, according to this one guy, but people simply don't see it. And it's right there, right behind the bushes, by the bike path, that a lot of people are on the bike path, but they don't see it. They don't bother going there and checking it out.
Yeah.
It's because it's like in a different reality.
Mm.
And only those people who are higher vibrationally, they line up with, they even up with that reality. And that's why I was thinking today to myself, talking to myself, saying, look how interesting that every day you come here, you meet new people who are saying the same thing to you, that they figured out how the system of control is spreading all around the world. How they play their games, those are who controlling it, how
Yeah.
they played out the whole system here. Those who are playing the game of Monopoly, they're playing the game of control over our minds now with this virus thing.
Right.
And that's why. I mean, you can only get to this beach when you are higher vibration than the others.
Mm.
Because there's, even if the person is interested to check out that little corner there, I mean, he finds a reason or something pops up that he wouldn't go, he wouldn't come.
Wow.
Oh shit. I mean, it's like, it's like a puzzle. And
Mm-hmm.
there's little spots, different shapes and colors, and they light up. And those are particular spots that people of a high consciousness get together or go to,
Okay.
or places. You pick a particular, even place in the park, you might, and there you would be kind of in a different reality, surrounded by nice people of the same consciousness who talk about the same, even though you don't know them.
Yeah.
And then the other part of the park would be different. I noticed that's happening to me when we walk through, and usually people who start talking to us, or the places we go, people are without masks, you know? And
Mm-hmm.
then I talk to others about that place, and they say, no, no, everybody's wearing masks there, but and then you understand, like, we coexist in these bubbles of the reality,
Right.
and all these bubbles are in the same big bubble. It's like fractals of the same big thing that looks exactly the same, how little things.
Right.
And
So what part of that is causing you to be dizzy right now?
the dizziness is those conglomerates of the AI technology, transparent type technology that is flying in the air,
Mm-hmm.
in the atmosphere. It's supported by it's kind of like gliding through the waves of 5G, and all this microwave waves that they
Mm-hmm.
are shooting at us
Yeah.
from the satellites, military jets, military, like black triangular jets, and I also see military guys sitting on regular spaceships, like round ones.
So this is happening above the atmosphere of the Earth?
Right. Yeah, it's like under the. I flew up, and I'm looking from above, and over my head there is this energetic, like, dome over the earth. But
Mm-hmm.
under this dome there is a thing, looks like a jellyfish, with the big, it's like, there's a word in Latin language, egregor, egregor. I mean, it's like a huge, gigantic, biological type machine that absorbs energies, that has like the tentacles going
Yes.
down to different groups of people whom they take energy from. And it's like a coronavirus, jelly looking thing, which is really an eye machine, half
Mm-hmm.
biological, half AI,
Yeah.
which connects to people of like lower consciousness who believe in all the information they get from the media. And the tentacles go through those people, and they absorb all the negative energies of, like, panic, fear,
Mm-hmm.
anxiety, anger, depression. And that's why the suicidal rates are going down, because they'll literally suck your energy out. You go into deeper depression. That's when you want to finish your life.
Yes.
It's because they need to support the system. If they didn't have those AI machines all around, and the one that makes me dizzy, it shoots kind of like a frisbees, those round ones, like the circles of the Saturn
Yeah.
planet, and it goes like, it kind of stays above your energy sphere, and it circulates above your head, and it sends the waves to activate certain programs if you still have them in your mental body.
Yeah.
uh, and then it creates this balance, and that disbalance in mental, emotional bodies and your physical bodies, in between your subconscious and conscious, it might give you those dizziness spells, because you also, like, I see myself, my head is in space, the rest of my body on Earth. And that's why it's kind of like making me even dizzy. You know, there's attack in this physical world,
Mm-hmm.
very thick, that you go through energetic, um, kind of like heavy, thick energy level. And
Mm-hmm.
then my head is, because I don't really want to be here, my head is above in space and it's observing and participating and looking, that kind of the only way I can explain at my other parallel lives, because they're more interesting for me, because
Huh?
I can create so much there in such a short time. And
Yeah.
here it's just different, and there nobody's controlling me, there's no systems around me, no duality of choices, there's only one choice, it's my creation.
Right.
Here you have to participate with others and co-create, and then it doesn't work the way you want it and you get frustrated because your soul needs to be doing things and there's obstacles on the way put by
Mm-hmm.
others a lot of times. And that gives me that. And the nausea that me and my 10-year-old daughter periodically have after being outside all day,
Mm-hmm.
it's those energies that we absorb from the environment. We literally like walk through a lot of waves of different colors
Right.
and coming from different AI machines and systems and conglomerates.
Mm-hmm. So what's the best way to shield ourselves when we're walking through thinking that there's nothing there, but there's really these waves of energy draining things in the air?
Or just like imagining my energetic hands, and I'm looking at my body from above and taking this ball of energy from my stomach, from my solar plexus.
Mm-hmm.
It's bright red, and just drawing a portal, opening it, putting it there, and closing it. I mean, I could have transformed it into something pretty like a butterfly, or maybe into energy of love and creation and freedom. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, whatever works for you, but I don't feel sick anymore. I just did it, and you have to clean yourself every day. I mean, that's the
Yes.
only way
Yeah.
to do it. Just
Create
go.
an energy shield.
That too. I mean, I see how it works. So you create this energy shield around yourself. You go
Mm.
out,
Right.
but it thins out. You know, there's different unexpected things and situations, right? Because I totally see when I didn't see like my child for a second, right?
Yeah.
As she went to the bushes to see a bug, and I freaked out for a second. It's a natural human reaction to
Yes.
where is she, and that particular moment, your energy sphere thins out, that protective
Mhm.
shield. It
Yeah.
might crack, it might create cracks, and through
Yes.
those cracks, that energy seeps through. I mean, there's a lot of things like that. Even, sometimes you get a thought and it lowers your vibration, and here they can get you. I mean, there are literally so many things that can get you, on top of entities and disincarnated walking all around me. I mean, I literally see them swimming in the water, and some creatures swimming in the water from a different dimension too when I'm swimming right now.
Yeah.
And,
I was actually thinking about that when you were telling me is the earthbound people that drowned in that water.
right, disincarnated, I see them.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them like stayed in this realm because they don't know how to go,
Yeah.
where to go, how to live Earth, because they got so attached, and I see they have connections, like the rays of the sun from them coming
Mm.
to in different directions.
Are you able to help them go to the light?
Yeah, I am. I'm sending them the information, like I'm shooting like sparkles of information and telling them that they can either open a portal
Mm-hmm.
according to their vibration, but before they have to clean their mental and emotional bodies, and also cut off all those energetic connections to the material world here on earth and all the people,
Right.
everything, and then they can open a portal after they raise their vibration according to their vibration, something nice, or they can even create a universe for
Right.
themselves, or a planet, and go on that, or go back home, whatever home is for them. They're doing that. But you know how interesting, I see like layers and layers and layers, and the very bottom layers, I see the little castles, like with the peaks like this, and they're
Mm-hmm.
made out of crystals. It's almost like coral orangey crystal, but it's transparent, and I can see the mermen and mermaids, but they don't look like what we picture. Their
Right.
faces are like long, elongated, kind of fish type thing.
Yeah.
Nose like that, but it's not really a nose. It's kind of like the whole, like a dog face with like two holes,
Yeah.
and then they have those, how do you call them in fish?
Gills.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
gills.
I feel like they can live on land too,
Mm-hmm.
like they're
So they're,
amphibian.
yeah, amphibian.
Yeah, they're different civilizations. There is a lot of them underwater. And I
Mm-hmm.
almost feel like this Lake Michigan that we have,
Mm-hmm.
that I keep getting that it's like the ocean. It's like the ocean's supposed to be.
Yeah, I mean, it has waves and sand and the rocks. So it's very
Yeah,
much like the ocean.
and also I feel like the oceans, the salt,
Mm-hmm.
there was the manipulation of some sort to make the water salty. Because I see like from the bottom of the ocean, the layers shift,
Yeah.
and one layer energetic opens up, and it seems like some sort of like crystals made out of salt coming out and make the water salty. Oh, it's when this it looks like somebody's like spinning the earth with, it's like attacking it, almost like say explosions about the
Mm-hmm.
earth, sending the very powerful waves, and it gets off of balance, and that off of balance and the shifting of the layers of it
Yeah.
created that. It just came to me that they're not supposed to be salty.
Hmm.
They're not.
Is Lake Michigan fresh water or salt
Yeah,
water?
it's fresh. Yeah, interesting.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
salt water is supposed to be healing. It's supposed to be grounding. That's why we can't drink it, but it purifies your physical body.
right. I love the salt water. I
Mm-hmm.
just keep seeing those shifting of the layers, and I understand there's something happened there with those Atlantis and all the civilizations,
Yeah.
and because they went, like, I feel like they transitioned into higher dimensions. That's how they
Yeah.
disappeared, and
Mm-hmm.
that's what created this all this situation with the water. I mean, there's something about the level of salt, and overall I see like the chemical composition of it has changed dramatically
Yeah.
after all of those. And plus there is I see a lot of groups of different civilizations living like through portals in the water when the earth was conquered, when the earth was taken,
Yes.
by the virus, by those reptilians and all those groups of the aliens. Yeah, it's a big topic. It almost makes my head spin. So
Yeah, it's a lot.
yeah, but basically, yeah. So comes down to the fact that we have to cleanse ourselves in like trance or meditation every day before going to sleep.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I was thinking in my head, you have to transmute that energy back out away from you.
Right. And I feel like in waves. I literally feel right now like the water that it was like we had a lot of waves in
Mm-hmm.
on the lake today, and I'm going in waves right now myself.
Yeah.
Like as if I was swimming.
Yeah, you're in that vibration of the water.
Right. Yeah, I'm there.
All right, try to reintegrate yourself back to your physical body.
Yeah, I just connect them with everything. And yeah, I'm going out. I'm disconnected with all those things.
Wow.
It's very interesting. There are dragons, underwater dragons. I see
Mm-hmm.
the face. I mean, it's like arched, so
Mm-hmm.
long, like a beak, and it's white color.
Oh,
And it's
wow.
got like almost like ears on top. I've never
Oh
seen
my
such
God.
thing before.
Hmm.
Yeah, but they're rounded ears. Like those dogs, with short legs. Oh,
Oh, like a corgi.
right, right. I
Yeah, they
want to
have
check
like
it out.
triangular shaped ears.
Right, yeah. Yeah,
Very
and it's
interesting.
funny, like arches around their eyes. Those
Wow.
dragons, but they felt good. They felt like positive energy wise. So
Hmm. Well, I think about Yakarta was saying that, he's a Draco, from a white dragon species. So maybe that's something you can ask him next time you talk to him.
right, and you know what's really interesting? Another thing that
Mm-hmm.
very much, I mean, there's no coincidences. It's just another
Right.
proof. Because when I looked at my husband, he spent like more than 100 lives on Earth. He's very
Hmm.
earthy.
Yeah.
But I mean, they've taken him, they destroyed the planet of white dragons, and he
Yeah.
is like the last white dragon, one of the last ones from what I saw in his past lives.
Yeah.
And I mean, of course, he laughed about it because he's not awakened or anything.
Right.
He's by the way scheduled one session with Alba, and literally a few hours before
Hmm.
he just made up a reason, but that just means that you're not ready,
Yeah, he's not ready.
and Alba totally understands because we were going to Miami for a vacation, and we wanted schedule for him, but he
Hmm.
wasn't ready, and she felt it too. She's very intuitive.
Oh, yeah.
But anyway, okay, well, thanks a lot. I
All
think it
right. You're welcome. I know it's
was
so
very
late.
good.
You must be
Yeah.
tired. Go to bed now.